darling little plans, and I am back for another planner prep video. So the last one got a little long, so I decided I would do the budget video in a separate plan with me, just to make it a little bit shorter and kind of break it up so you're not sitting there for hours on end. So this is my prep planner. So this is where I house kind of like all the planner pages before I move them into my Franken planner. And I used this, I can't remember the name of this happy planner, but I basically just use the monthlies. And then I'm going to cover up both of these. So you'll notice like it goes from the 5th to the 30th. Because I take out the June currently page and put it on the back so that it lines up, and this is one whole section of June versus July being at the back. And since I don't use the weeklies in this planner, it's easy to take that out and do it. One of the beauties of Franken planning. So I'm going to take this off the disc just to maybe make it a little bit easier for gluing and everything. Okay, so I'm using Win and Spring by Castetic Plans in my budget planner because that's what I was using in the other ones, and I went ahead and bookmarked where my little skinny boxes are, because that's what I use to kind of mark where all the bills are. So I'm gonna lay this out first. I like to do the bill boxes first, just so I make sure in the paydays and all that I get everything where it's supposed to be, and then I go in and add all the decorative things to this one, even though this one has a big chunk of space up here, and I usually do stuff on the sidebar. So first I'm probably going to start with my payday. So my last payday was on the 31st, which would be here. So I get paid bi-weekly, so I will get paid the 14th and the 28th. And actually I think I'm gonna need to add 2 boxes to the 28th because I start working at my new job technically earlier than like I'm scheduled to. I'm going to actually be getting 2 paychecks on the 28th because before this school, like this past school year, I was teaching an assistant principal, and then next school year I'm going to be stepping into the principal role at a new school, and typically that job would not be starting until July 1st, but they gave me the option of onboarding a little bit earlier so I could work with the current principal and kind of work to transition that school as smoothly as possible before she leaves. And so I'm going to be starting that on the 13th. So I will be getting paid for these 2 weeks on like around the 28th or 27th, whenever it comes up. But I just normally do it on this Friday. And so I'll get a paycheck from my new school, and I'll also still be getting a paycheck from my old school, because even though we teachers only work 10 months out of the year, we still get our paycheck gets split up over 12 months. So we get the bi-weekly payments over 12 months, and then the school year cycle is from July to June to July. So I'll still be getting my teacher pay of the 10 months that get paid through 12 months throughout June, and then I'll be getting double. So one of these I'm going to be moving into savings, just so I make sure, since I'm getting 2 this day and I typically would not be getting that, I'm going to move whatever principal pay I get for right now into a savings account, just since it's going to be extra. So I'm not going to actually, I know what my salary is, but I don't know what my bi-weekly payment is for the principal pay. So I'm going to not count that in my budget for right now until I can kind of figure that out. So July is going to look a little bit different in terms of budgeting and kind of the breakdown of different things, because I did not decide to take this job because of money, but it does pay more than my teacher salary. So anyway, enough about payment. We are gonna put in my bills that are going on. So to not confuse things, I'm gonna use like the blues and the pinks just to try and hopefully I have enough because I don't really want to mess things up. Okay, so the second, which I know is a Sunday, but I still just always do it on the second just to be safe, is rent for my house. Then the first Friday of every month, which will be the 17th, is going to be my like utilities and stuff like that. Then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 5 I think, because I have to do car insurance. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, so I need 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll have to definitely have to do a blend of the pink. So my internet is always on the 16th of every month, which again is a Sunday, but actually I may do pink. I don't always just pay it on the exact day. Sometimes I pay it earlier than whatever it is. So then let's see, the 11th, I kind of probably need a pink over there. Okay, the 11th is my Roth payment. Then the 12th is Sirius XM for my car because I can't stand the commercials on the radio. And then let's see, it did City of Highway, it did internet. This is the 24th. Let's see, this is the Hulu subscription. And then car insurance is bi-monthly, but I can't remember when I actually pay that. It's typically towards the end of the month. So I normally mark it to be paid around the 25th, but I don't want another blue box right there, so I'm gonna put it on the 26th. It doesn't have like, I mean, it has an exact date, but they normally send me the bill somewhere down here. So I just pick a date that it seems fun. Okay, I think that is all the bill boxes. So second is rent. The 16th and 24th is Hulu. The 11th I think was Roth, right? Yeah. And this will be car insurance. And the 12th is, what is it? Sirius. Then this is my utilities. And the 14th, oh, that's payday. I'm like, I don't have a bill there. Payday. Payday and payday. Okay. So, and then all the other boxes, I mark like what I've spent or something that day, and then I kind of color code it. So I'll show you. This is May. So what? Sirius is an automatic payment, so even though this is past, like I've technically done that. But so if I get gas, like I'll write sheets and I'll write how much I paid, and then I color code it. So gas is always green. If I buy groceries or something, it's always blue. If it's personal, it's pink. If it's a gift, it's coral. If I get income or return something, I like for instance, this was a return, so I got $7 back from Amazon for my return. And then if I get income from something, I add that as well. So I just got a check reimbursement for ink that I bought for the school printer, so I'll add like the money from that check back in here like this. And then I have like other colors for crafting and planner supplies. It's like yellow, so each category has its own color, so that when I'm looking at the whole spread, I can see kind of like where things go and where I was spending things. And then I'll show you the charts that I recorded all on in just a little bit. So that's the end of the like heavier things. I used to record, like put boxes over here for like how much savings and all that I did, but I've created like extra pages for my planner, and so I track it all there. And then in the charts, which I'll show you, has spaces for all of that, so I don't have to worry too much about all the things. All right, I kind of really want to put these trees in this spread. I wanted to do it in the last one and I didn't, and I'm really feeling the trees. I don't know why, but I am. Maybe I could do them here. Maybe I'll do it clear though, so that I can still see that it's June, even though it says June up here. But since it has the tab, it might be a little better. That way it has something to kind of like expand across and not just like get cut off the page. Oh, how perfect is that, guys? Oh my gosh. Don't you just love it when things work out so wonderfully? So, well, if I can pick up the page. Now, the only problem with this is I have to figure out how to cut it around the divider, but of course it's gonna be like troublesome. And these are not the best scissors, but I was putting gift baskets together earlier and my scissors are in the dining room and I just don't feel like getting them. So we're gonna use these other ones, which are very like pretty with the like the rose gold and the clear. These are from Happy Planner, but they're not my favorite scissors anymore. They're more aesthetic than anything else. So kind of rub that. Oh, I love that. Okay, super cute. Now I kind of want to do this whole butterfly wildflower thing going on up here at the top. I kind of want to like center it maybe, so it's like kind of going down there. Oh, that's cute. I like it. I wish there were more like smaller accent pieces that you could do, not just like the ink splotches and the flowers, even though I love the ink splotches and the flowers, but I just wish there was a little bit more. Maybe I'll do, where's a quote? Let's look at these quotes. Is there anything that could like, know your worth and then add tax? That's kind of cute, being that it's a budget planner. Well, if I can get the sticker up. Don't count the days, make the days count. Life is short, buy the stickers. I should put that down here. Know your worth and then add tax. Or maybe I should do like know your worth and then add tax. Let's see. Where's life is short by the stickers? Which one fills up the space better? Life is short by the stickers or know your worth and then add tax. Actually, I think I'll cut that one up. Okay. And then, so that it fits in the sidebar a little bit better, I'm going to cut this out a little bit. Hopefully I don't cut any of the letters. Okay, so since stickers is there, life is short by the, actually, I may cut this apart just so it layers better. By the stickers. This is a sticker hack if you don't want to like if your sticker doesn't fit the way you want it to, you can just kind of like cut it apart and then rearrange them kind of however you want. So sometimes you can kind of see like the outline of it a little bit on the page, but like if they're clear, it's not too bad. Okay, I do feel like it needs some like something there to like break up the difference between the two. Let's see. Let's look at, oh, that's the flowers. Is there like an ink splotch that kind of has, like this one kind of has all the colors? That could just like go across the whole edge. But that's kind of like what I did in the last one. Maybe I'll do more of this purple because this has a lot of like the pink and purple. Well, these stickers like do not want to come out of the sticker book. They're just like, no, leave me there forever. I think we'll do this. And then maybe I'll take this one. Or do I want to do that? Yeah, we'll take this one. Okay, this is bugging me that this other paper is behind there. It's kind of like on my nerves. All right. Hopefully I don't buy anything on the 29th. Or I'll just make it go off the page a little bit. That way it doesn't take up the whole box. Yeah, that would have been really bad if it stuck to the page. Oh my goodness. So we're just gonna trim a little bit of that off. Looking good. Oh, I think that's pretty cute. I don't think I'm gonna add any like black and white florals over this one. I don't know that I want to. I think I'm gonna just leave it with like the watercolor elements to it. I think that's kind of cute. Alrighty, so then on the back of this one, I'm gonna move that part off to the side. So we've got like this. Now, I make these just on a Google Doc and then print it off. I set my scale of the page to 86%, I believe. And like then I trim the copy paper down to Happy Planner size. Now this is cut exactly to the Happy Planner size, but I generally will trim this off and kind of just like layer it right there so that you can tape the whole thing down and then punch it, but I've just kind of found I like doing it this way better, and then just leaving like the little cute little dot grid thing going on. So I'm gonna just take my, oh my goodness, what in the world? Goodness. And I'm gonna run this, oh my goodness gracious, what is going on? I've never had that. I mean, it does it occasionally, but okay. So we're going to layer this kind of right there, line it up with the top and the bottom. This is nice and flush with that. Smooth this down, and then I'm gonna flip this over and then take my scissors and just trim the extra of this page off. So now you have my little, oh my goodness gracious. That was a terrible job. Like, I don't even know what happens here. I clearly did not get that straight, but whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna deal with that. So, I'm gonna trim the edge of this just a little bit more. Hopefully I can cut it in a straight line. Because clearly that last one, I don't know what happened with that. Okay, so this page is where I keep my spending totals. So I kind of keep a record of like how things, like once I set my budget, I keep track of like if I'm going above or below, or kind of what's going on, like how much money is left. So once I record what I spent, so I'll record it on the monthly view like I showed you before, and then I will take that money. So I'll show you. So for sheets, spent $28.26 on gas. So then in the gas budget, I write here like what it was and when I spent it, and then I also write like minus $28.26, and then I will take my total from whatever is in my gas budget, and I will write the remaining balance here. So for gas, I budget $200 a month, and so I'd take like 200, subtract the 28, and then the remaining amount would be here. Now, I don't always fill out the remaining every time. Sometimes I'll let a couple weeks go and then fill it in. But especially because gas, I usually go spend under that 200 mark, but it kind of depends. Usually in the summer I spend less because I'm not having to drive to school. However, I now work through the summer, so it's not going to be the case. Still gonna be spending pretty high gas budget there. Also, we've got some trips in June, which probably means I'm driving because everyone else in my family hates driving, and I love driving. I also get a little car sick, so it kind of helps when I drive. So my gas budget will actually probably be a little high this month. So over here is kind of where I do all my budget work, and I have most of it typed in already, and then I kind of let it go. So down here, these are for months of bills and stuff that only occur every so often, but I don't want to forget about what it is. So I've just typed the amount here. So like for Prime, I only have to pay the Prime bill once a year because it's a yearly subscription. So in February, I'll have like, it won't say NA, I'll like budget what it actually is. And then Pesty is, I quit doing Terminex because it got so expensive, and my brother found Pesty, and if you need bug treatment stuff, Pesty is the way to go. Like, let me tell you, like all the bugs are dead, and I love it. Might be a little crazy, but I can't stand the bugs. So, and I was using Terminex, and it started not working as well. Switched to Pesty, dead. Amazing. Then like my car insurance membership fee and the car registration only occurs once a year too. So I like put them in here so I remember that those are going to come up in November, but I don't need to put them here right now. And then I kind of put fixed expenses are the bills that I'm pretty sure is going to be like my utilities bill does change quite a bit. So this number I kind of changed based on the time of the year. So right now this bill is under $200, but when it gets to these warmer months coming up, the AC bill is going to go up. So I might have to adjust this like in July to 300 or something like that, just depending on kind of how I keep my house. And now I'm pretty sure my internet raised my bill again because last time it was like 67. I was not happy about it. And Hulu, I think, charged me for some sort of HBO Max like the other month, and all of a sudden it was $37. I about had a heart attack, but I fixed it and it's back to normal. But so these are pretty much, they're gonna stay exactly. The city utilities one is blank because this number does change a wee bit, but it is a bill that comes every month. So I write that in here. I'll total up what months and bills are here. Like, so this month is a car insurance month, so that is going to be included in my fixed expenses. And then at the end of the month, I total up what the actual is, and I record whether it's more or less. So my rent is always the same. So like I don't need to do a plus or minus. Now, the variable expenses is where all like this tracking stuff from this side goes. So I set myself a budget. Now, I have these numbers typed in, but depending on the time of year, like I change things. So for instance, May, my gift budget was a lot higher than just $100 because I had to buy gifts for all my room moms. I bought gifts for my students. I bought gifts for all the teachers, especially because I was like leaving the school. So I wanted to make sure I gave back to all those who really helped me, especially this year was a big year. So like my gift budget was significantly higher than just $100. And I like lowered some of the other budgets depending on what it is. So and then what I've been doing is the unexpected is blank. So I take however many paydays I have. So for instance, even though I'm going to have 3, I'm just going to take, because I talked about how I'm going to pretend the other one doesn't exist for right now. Take the 2 paydays. I'll figure out what that total is. And then I'll subtract the fixed expenses from that, and I'll subtract all these set totals, and then whatever's left over, I put it in the unexpected category. And then unexpected is basically like the savings category. So whatever, if I don't use any of the money from unexpected, then it goes into savings at the end of the month. So that's kind of how I do it. Then I did total, and then at the end of the month, I'll calculate actual things, and I'll get this number from this. And then, sorry, got a little tickled. I'll track all my income, and then I'll take my income subtracted from my expenses to get how much savings I have for the month. So that's just a little rundown of how I do it. That's probably a lot of like, oh my goodness, we weren't expecting all this math stuff, but it's what I found works for me. I did switch to a spreadsheet for a little bit on the computer, but I just found like, even though it was nice that I just totaled up all the numbers from me, I just found I wasn't consistently typing everything in there, and was struggling a little bit on keeping up with the different things in that, like just making sure it was kept up to date. And so I went back to paper planning my budget, and it has worked so much better. And it just what works best for me. So do what works for you. Don't do anything to make anyone else happy. You got to do what works for you, and that's okay. So I would put decor down here, but I actually think I'm gonna end up having some unexpected things this month. So maybe I'll just do some little splotches instead of anything big. So we'll do some like paint splotch up here. I should have like decorated this part before I put it back on the discs, but I kind of forgot I wanted to decorate. I normally just add a teeny tiny bit of decor here just to have it match whatever, but I don't go like overkill on the decor in this planner just because I feel like it doesn't really need it. There's also not a lot of space, so there's that too. I wonder if I could use the strip from this last one if I can kind of just like put it along here like a washi ink strip. It's kind of fun and different. Okay, I'm gonna take, let's see, what's a pretty color? Maybe purple would match with this. I think purple would match. And then I'm just gonna put jam right up here. So I have, yeah, I think the purple matches nicely with that. Even though it's connected to the June monthly, but I still like that it says June. Now I feel like it needs purple on this side since there's purple on that side, but we can have purple on one side and green on the other. It'll be fine. All right, I feel like I just need to add one little flower, and then I think that'll be good. Just keep it simple. And hopefully this is a short video. Oh, 28 minutes, that's okay. All right. There we go. So, fabulous. Okay, so I've got my expense tracking, and my budget monthly. And that's it. So I will be all set for June. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have the best week. Bye.